Welcome back to another jam-packed MMA episode of the Kick Him in the Head podcast. And as always, I'm your host, Yao, talking all things MMA. And today I have a very exciting MMA interview with Alex, the Killa King Lohoré. And if you don't know who Alex Lohoré is an amazing fighter fighting out of Ivory Coast and France in the Brave CF Championship. He fights in the super welterweight and welterweight divisions and is currently in line for a title shot for the interim title for the super welterweight title at Brave CF 100. Alex, welcome to the Kick Him in the Head podcast. Good to have you.
Hey, how are you? Thank you for having me.
It's absolutely amazing. It's always great having a fighter as experienced as you are, a fighter that's seen so many promotions. So yes, welcome to the show. And tell me more about exactly how you're feeling building up to Brave 100 before we get into our fighter quiz. So how are you feeling about coming up to Brave 100, fighting for the title in the super welterweight division? It's your first title at Brave CF, first title shot. How are you feeling about this fight?
First of all, I want to start with saying my name right. You can see there's an accent on the E. It's Lohoré. Yeah. So I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling, like finally it's happening after all the work. I can't wait to be there. It's going to be a great event. I'm glad and grateful to be part of it. And let's go. Let's get it done. Let's get that strap.
Let's get that strap. And it's at one of Brave CF's, at this point, flagship events in Brave CF 100. Now that they would have had 100 events, very experienced promotion. Now, you've been through quite a few promotions yourself. I mean, you fought at KSW, you fought at Brave now, you fought at, well, you're supposed to have a fight in Aries that didn't happen. You fought at quite a few promotions.
Yeah,
how are
Bellator,
you finding fighting?
Octagon,
Bellator, Octagon. How could I forget Octagon? Of course, that's where you have all your experience.
Yeah.
So how are you finding it being in Brave CF in terms of a promotion? You've had, 3 fights now, 4 fights, going to your 4th fight in Brave. You've got a couple of wins at Brave. How are you finding it as a promotion? Because when you came in last year, there was lots of hype around you coming into Brave, and it was very exciting to have you in Brave. So how are you finding Brave as your home promotion right now?
Yeah, I find it amazing. Great. They respect me. They respect work. They listen to my advice. Obviously, because I fought in loads of different organizations. So when I feel like they can improve, sometimes I speak to the boss and he listens to me. And they respect everything I do. And same, I respect them and I'm grateful to be fighting for them. The other thing that I like as well is that they have loads of shows during the year, so they can keep me active. And it's what I do it for. I fight. I train and fight to train. To compete. Sorry. So I don't like to be sitting out for like 6 months and not fight. I want to fight at least every 4 or 5 months. So yeah, that's something that they are keeping their words with it. So I'm happy. Yeah.
No, that's good to hear, because inactivity leads to ring rust and cage rust, and that's something that you definitely don't want to have as a fighter. Keeping active and doing what you love is very important. Now, one other thing that we know is important to you is your heritage. You come from Ivorian and French heritage, French and Ivorian background. What does it mean to you taking this title back when you win, taking the title back to France, becoming one of the long list of French champions, but also taking it back to the Ivory Coast, where we know that MMA is now coming up and budding in West Africa?
Yeah. Well, it would mean the world to me. I said it when I came in. It was one of my objectives, obviously, to fight in France and to obviously take Brave to Ivory Coast for the first time. Obviously, I've got loads of family over there, and they're telling me that MMA is coming up, and obviously I'm the biggest representative of MMA in that country. There's no one else at the level that I am from the Ivory Coast. So yeah, it's great to be, I would say the face of the Ivorian MMA. So I can't wait to just take it there and just get the sport even more known and more respected in Ivory Coast. Yeah, France. I'm okay with France, but I'm not really okay with France because they've never really classed me as a French fighter, because obviously I live in the UK. They never put me in their rankings. They never acknowledge any of my work. Even still now, I'm fighting for the Brave title. All the French media, they're not talking about it. So I'm not really keen on the French side. But obviously I've got a lot of family in France. I've got a lot of fans there. So fighting there will also be good. But, I'm not really bothered, really. I'm more bothered about the Ivory Coast.
Yeah, I'm more bothered about the Ivory Coast and taking it back home. I think one thing that we've seen with a lot of the African fighters representing their countries on the continent is that their home countries tend to be very excited and happy to have their fighters fighting at the higher echelons, up at the top. We know that Congo Brazzaville, there's only one fighter, Emmanuel Sita, and his country's put him on the map. We know, and I'm sure you know Elisa Kubanza because he fights in your division. Elisa back home, the DRC, he's been to see the sports minister to praise him for all his accolades in MMA. So it is good to see that on the continent, a lot of governments are recognizing their fighters for doing what they're doing for their country. So it's very good to hear that, you also have that intention of taking this title back to Ivory Coast and elevating the status of MMA, not just in the Ivory Coast, but obviously across West Africa, because like you said, we have a few West African champions, but we need more. We've got Francis, we've got Israel, we've got Kamaru, obviously, but we obviously need more and very exciting fighters such as yourself. But with that said, let's quickly talk about your fight that you have coming up with Fakhreddine. Now, he's known for applying lots of pressure in his fights, and he's very precise and has lots of speed. How do you intend on taking him on in this fight and beating him for the title?
You think I'm going to tell you my game plan? You better come and watch the fight.
Be a spy.
You gotta come and watch the fight. I can't tell you, then you're not gonna watch the fight. You gotta come and watch the fight and enjoy the skills levels. As you know, I'm also a pressure fighter. I'm also very fast, and I'm definitely, from every footage that we've seen from Fakhreddine, I'm definitely more rounded than him. I'm more complete. So we'll definitely be doing MMA. It's not gonna be just a normal striking contest. It's going to be an MMA contest with everything. You will see MMA. Anyway, every time you watch my fight, you always see MMA. You see a bit of striking, you see a bit of wrestling, you see a bit of cage work, you see a bit of grappling. So it'll be the same. We're not changing anything. So yeah.
Yeah, I like that. It's exciting when you say we're going to get to see MMA because sometimes you watch a fight and you only get one style, which isn't very exciting, but your style is very exciting. We get the full picture of what it takes to be an actual MMA practitioner, which is not easy because between the jiu-jitsu, the wrestling, and the striking, boxing, putting it all together is not an easy situation. But with that said, how has your camp and your current camp and team and gym helped you not only get to this point, but obviously prepare for what is now your world title fight?
So they've helped my team and the camp and the gym helped me obviously get better in every aspect of the sport that we was just talking about. So like boxing, I go and train at a boxing gym where most of the big English boxing fighters fights and train at. Guys like Adelaide, Joe Joyce, Who else? Eubanks, but Eubank, the older brother. So mixing myself with those guys in the boxing, and sharing sharing the knowledge, or they're sharing the knowledge with me, and how I can upgrade my striking for MMA with their boxing knowledge is great. Also, I train my wrestling and my MMA sparring at Great Britain Top Team. They provide me with a great facility full of young killers who keep me young and active. So yeah, I'm grateful for that. Thanks to Brad Pickett for making that facility. And obviously, I've also, as you know, never been submitted due to my great jiu-jitsu coach Vinicius Nascimento from Mandela BJJ. Been with me since like near enough the start of my career. He taught me all I know in my BJJ, in my floor game, and yeah, it's great to have great people at the highest level in my team, and yeah, they all helped me develop the full package that you can see.
The team is one of the most important things, because as much as you're the only one who is in the cage fighting your opponent, the work that you do with your team is what gets you to actually fight your opponent the right way and to actually beat your opponent. So it's phenomenal to hear that your team is making sure that you're getting to that point of becoming a world champion, and that they're really adding to the skill sets that you have, which we already know is quite amazing.
Yeah.
My last question around this fight: your opponent, Mohammad Fakhreddine, what words do you have for him? What words would you like to give to him ahead of this fight?
Well, I don't have so much words to tell him. I've only got my fist to show him when I see him. But for now, I'll just say I hope his training camp went well, and be ready for war, and I'll see you soon.
Oh, see you soon. See him soon. You will. Brave 100 is going to be a really, really exciting card. I think Brave is definitely putting on a show in Bahrain at home, because having 100 events in MMA is not easy, and they've done it very quickly and almost seamlessly, and everywhere in the world. Like you said, they're giving fighters a chance to stay active and to fight the best from everywhere in the world. So that's absolutely amazing, and I'm looking forward to your fight between you and Mohammad Fakhreddine, and I hope that you definitely get that super welterweight title. It's a vacant title for anyone who's not aware of the title that Alex Lohoré, got it right that time, I hope, will be fighting for at Brave 100. Now, Alex, you've never been on the show before, so you wouldn't know, but we have what we like to call our fighter quiz.
Okay.
Are you ready for the fighter quiz?
Let's go. Yeah.
First question: who's your favorite fighter?
John Jones.
Ooh.
Well, if you're talking about people still alive, I'll go for John Jones. But if we're talking about people who have passed away and stuff like that, I'll take my from guys like Muhammad Ali, guys like Khabib Nurmagomedov. Also, obviously, the main man who've done MMA the first time. Can you guess his name? Bruce Lee, of course.
No. No. The one and only.
The one and only, exactly. So, yeah. And then, obviously, there's guys like Mike Tyson, who I look up to. Obviously, the level of striking that he had was just crazy. And, yeah, there's loads of guys that I take my my inspiration from. But my main one, I would say, Muhammad Ali. And then I'll go for MMA, I'll go John Jones.
So of those fighters you just mentioned, specifically the ones you would like to bring back, which one would you like to bring back to fight? Very specifically to fight.
Me to fight against him, or to watch him fight?
To fight against him, yes. So would you bring back Ali to fight him, or would you bring someone else to fight? if you had to bring back a historical figure to fight?
I don't know. I don't think I want to. I want to bring any of them back. Back in the days, yeah, it was serious, man.
It was
Yeah,
a
but it
different
would be great to have a.
different fight.
It'll be, yeah, it was different. It would be great to maybe have a fight against. I'll say maybe Ali. Maybe Ali and try and mimic his footwork, but it's next level, man. You can't even. For me, for me, saying to bring them back and fighting them, I see that like a little bit of a disrespect, man. I don't want to. I don't want to. You know.
Disrespect them by saying you bring them back to fight at their
I don't
level.
want to disrespect them exactly. I don't want to disrespect who they are, what they've done, because they leaded the path for us. They started so Ali started all the trash talking and obviously all the movement, the footwork. That it was next level, and obviously the faith, like him mixing the faith and actually the fighting, and Ali was the man. Yeah.
If there was any celebrity that you could fight, that you could pick to fight, who would you fight?
Celebrity. Oh, who's celebrity? I never thought of that really. There's many, man. It would be.
You'd like to fight lots of celebrities.
Yeah, there's too many of them. I don't know. Someone like maybe. I can't even think of. Don't want to say the wrong one. I don't know. Maybe someone like 50 Cent, maybe.
That'd be a fun fight.
Maybe someone like The Rock.
Ooh.
I don't know.
People's elbow.
Yeah, exactly. Guys like that was probably. Jake Paul would be a good one as well. Be nice.
That'll be fun because he likes to fight MMA fighters, so that's very possible.
Yeah, that would be great to share the cage, the ring with him. Yeah, and represent the MMA guys.
Yep, and stop getting boxed by, because Jake is just boxing everybody. He's just fine. It's not necessarily traditional boxers, but he's actually winning the fights.
Yeah, what he done to Tyron Woodley was sad, but yeah.
Oh, that knockout. I think for me, that's the knockout that made me start watching him fight the MMA guys. Because I know that he fought Silva and stuff, but when he knocked out Tyron Woodley, I was like, okay, well, let's see what else you can do. Yes, not against boxers, but let's see what else you can do, Jake. Very interesting. Speaking of which, so which is your favorite movie about fighting?
My favorite fighting movie will be, I'll say Jean-Claude Van Damme. What was the name of the movie again?
Bloodsport? Bloodsport?
Yeah, I think it's that. The one when he's
Tong Po.
Yeah, when he dropped the coconut on his stomach and that. Yeah, his brother gets disabled and stuff like that, and he come back and avenge him. Yeah, that's a great movie for me. And then I watched a lot of. I like the Bruce Lee ones as well. When he's in the house and he goes from one guy to the other guy all the way to the top.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot the name of that movie. But that's a good movie as well.
So you're a big fan of the classic karate movies?
Yeah, man. There's loads of moves that are actually, well, most of them are real moves. It's all about how you use them, and
and how the fight actually goes. Last question in the quiz, which should have been the second question, but what's your favorite fighting style?
My favorite fighting style is Muay Thai. I go to Thailand every year, just to sharpen the tools and also to have a breather from Europe because it's too much pressure down here. But yeah, man, the Muay Thai is my favorite. I love the violence of it, the highs, the knees, and yeah, the clinch work. The striking is not great in the hands are not great in Muay Thai, but everything else is just devastating. So yeah, that's my favorite style.
I'm happy to hear Muay Thai because it sounds like you could win this fight by head kick. Kick him in the head. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. Fingers crossed from our side.
Yeah.
Alex,
We'll
get in some way. Alex,
Yeah.
thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate the time. I'm looking forward to your fight at Brave CF 100 happening on the 7th of November. To anyone who is watching this, you can catch it live on bravecf.com. They do have the fights there. It's going to be a fantastic fight night. Brave CF is celebrating 100 events, and I'm really looking forward to that night. We do have Alex Lohoré, who will be fighting on that card as well for the super welterweight title. Do look out for him. Be rooting for him because I think A, it's going to be a great fight, probably fight of the night, and B, he's going to be a great CF champion. So Alex, good luck with your fight, and we look forward to seeing you on the 7th of November 2025.
Thank you for having me again. And yeah, don't forget to follow me on social media, the Killa King MMA. And yeah, thank you for the interview.
To anyone who is watching, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe at Head Kick Pod on all platforms for all things MMA and all things head kick. Now, Alex, before I let you go, there's just one more thing I need from you and how we end all our interviews. If you can give me a nice, loud, big kick him in the head. I'm Alex Lohoré, and you're listening to Kick Him in the Head. That would be absolutely perfect.
Kick him in the head. I'm Alex Lohoré. Right. You're now tuning in to Kick in the Head podcast. No, Kick Them in the Head podcast.
Kick in the head because we're trying to be gender neutral, you know. Him, her,
Kick Oh, that's a good one. Kick in the head. Yeah.
Amazing. Alex, thank you so much for the time, and we will be catching up with you again soon.
Oos, thank you very much.